From 5 News, I'm Meteorologist Stephen Elmore. This is your 5+ extended forecast. Lots of things to cover over the next couple of days. Not only do we have the fire risk still for today and even into Wednesday, but storm chances are back into the forecast Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning. All threats will be available. Our main concerns, though, are going to be the chances for some strong straight line winds, the potential for some isolated hail cores. I think there is going to be a low chance for a few spin-up tornadoes as well. Good news is the rain chances are coming overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. By the time we get to Thursday evening for trick-or-treating on Halloween, I think it's much drier, I think it's much cooler, and it should be a nice evening to take those kiddos out for those trick-or-treat activities. Future wind gusts throughout the rest of the night tonight, overnight into Wednesday morning. It's still going to be that fire concern. I don't want you to be mistaken by Wednesday is going to be the day where we're going to see rainfall and we finally maybe get to eliminate this fire danger. Throughout most of the day on Wednesday, it's still going to be very windy outside. Wind gusts right around 20 to 30 miles per hour at its peak. I think we could see those wind gusts right around 35 miles per hour throughout the day on Wednesday. Wednesday's still one of those extreme fire danger days for us, as the Arkansas Forestry Commission over the weekend listed us underneath that extreme risk for fire danger across northwest Arkansas and the river valley. We've seen a few fires break out over the next couple of days. Again, do not count out Wednesday as another big day for the potential for those fires to break out. By the time we get into tomorrow, I think we're really talking about extra cloud coverage building throughout the day. We're going to see the chances for a few pop-up showers here and there, but really the big rain chances coming during the overnight hours, Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. Daytime highs for our Wednesday only topping out into those upper 70s across northwest Arkansas, those low to mid 80s across the river valley. Wind gusts throughout the day still right around 20 to 30 miles per hour with the chances of a few stray showers here and there ahead of that front. The Storm Prediction Center has us underneath that level 2 slight risk across northwest Arkansas, most of the river valley and into eastern Oklahoma. The only change today is they added that level 3 enhanced risk that you see just north of Tulsa. So storm chances are increasing for some. I think we're still going to have the greatest threats of some strong straight line winds and the potential for some hail, while those larger concerns are a bit off further towards the west. Futurecast has to say, yes, there is a chance for a few scattered showers during the afternoon throughout the day on Wednesday, but I don't think you should expect much outside of a few showers here and there. Really is when the storm threat amps up is by the time we're almost close to midnight Wednesday going into Thursday morning. That's why we've narrowed down that timeline just a little bit for the rain and storm threat. Right along the leading edge of this line of thunderstorms is where the greatest concern of the severe weather is going to be, where those winds are going to be at that peak right around 60 miles per hour. That cuts through northwest Arkansas, parts of eastern Oklahoma, not until around 2 a.m. Thursday morning. Once we get into the river valley, that's not maybe until 4 a.m. in the morning, and then that line starts to fall apart. Models showing by the time we get into 5 o'clock Thursday morning, this line really starts to lose its steam, and it's going to be producing more of that rainfall then, which is exactly what we need right now. We could avoid the storms, but unfortunately still looks like we're going to get some very late at night Wednesday into Thursday morning, especially when a lot of people are going to be asleep already. So the timeline, cutting it down just a little bit. I think the greatest threat is going to be anywhere between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. during the overnight hours. Rain and storms are expected. Prepare ahead of time. I think especially with the chances for some strong straight line winds, some power outages could be possible. So charge up those phones throughout the day on Wednesday, and especially before you go to bed, just in case we get some of that severe weather after you're already asleep, so you can wake up and see where that threat's going to be. Highest end threat's going to be the winds. I think anywhere between 60 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. Hail cores we'll watch out for with some rotating systems. Again, the low-lying threats are flooding and tornadoes, but I don't want you to count them out just yet. Flooding, again, not necessarily due to how much rainfall we're going to see. Only seeing rainfall totals right around 1 inch. That's not crazy, but when we haven't had rain for close to 2 months, the ground is very dry. It's going to take a little bit of time for the ground to saturate, to let that water back in, so we could have some low-lying isolated flooding, but it's definitely not our greatest concern during the overnight hours. Again, the tornado risk, that was upgraded today, more further out towards the west and towards the northwest. But we cannot rule out maybe seeing a few spin-up tornadoes during the overnight hours going into Thursday morning. Again, that's a low-end threat, but I don't want you to call it zero. When it comes to the rainfall totals, anything we can get right now is good. I say those models anywhere between a ½ inch up to an inch of rain, but the better gets even better because by the time we get past Halloween into this upcoming weekend, more rain chances into the forecast. Here's a look at your Halloween forecast. Again, by the time we get to Thursday evening, it's cooler, it's dry outside. Temperatures for those trick-or-treat hours right around those upper 50s and low 60s across northwest Arkansas, across the river valley, more than likely into those low to mid 60s as you're taking those kiddos outside to get that candy. Northwest Arkansas over the next 10 days. Weather impact alert day Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's going to be due to the storm threat that's going to be coming in. And then if you take a look, Thursday, really not expecting much rainfall throughout the day outside of the very, very early morning hours. That cold front's going to come in. It's actually going to sweep a lot of that cloud coverage out as well. Just going to be seeing that cool, dry air coming in. I think it's going to be a nice night for trick-or-treating Thursday night. By the time we get to Friday into the weekend, Friday looks nice right now as well, expecting lots of sunshine. But once we get overnight Friday into Saturday, more rain chances on the way, and those rain chances stick around through the weekend before what looks like to be another large system coming in Monday into Tuesday. We have multiple rain chances as we get into the first half of November coming up. You see in the 10-day forecast, every day has a rain chance associated with it, some lower than others, some much larger. I think the big days for us are obviously going to be our weather impact alert day. And then once again, Monday into Tuesday looks to be what models are suggesting another large system coming our direction. Across the river valley, it's going to be warm, it's going to be windy throughout most of the day on Wednesday. Again, even though you'll see the weather impact alert day posted on all of our platforms throughout the day on Wednesday, the threat doesn't come until the overnight hours, but the fire danger is still going to be there throughout the day with winds right around 30 miles per hour. That cold front comes in, it's going to impact that warm, moist air, those two air temperatures not mixing well together, and that's how we get that severe threats during the overnight hours. Weather impact alert day across the river valley, especially after dark. We start to see that cool, dry air coming in behind that front for Thursday evening. Nice outside for Halloween. I think a lot of trees are going to be empty. A lot of those leaves already blown off over the past 2 days. So it's just going to be a nice, cool, dry Halloween night, I think. By the time we get to the weekend, more rain chances back into the forecast and model suggesting right now. By the time we get to Monday night into next Tuesday, looking at the chances of another large system coming in. I think by the time we get to late next week, our rain totals counting from Wednesday to Friday for the 10-day forecast, we could be right around 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, which may not eliminate our drought concerns, but it'll definitely put a dent in it. From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. That's your 5+ extended forecast.